I'm Professor Brent Berlin, a colleague and mentor to the Mason Hope Datathon team. It is my privilege to introduce for your consideration the Commonwealth Virginia Hope Dashboard, a living dynamic solution designed to enable the stakeholder teams to observe, collaborate, and act with foresight and commitment by collaboratively grasping and delivering for the Commonwealth engagement and problem solving, which simply cannot wait any longer. There's a building in called the Pentagon, not far from here, where the national security team for the president monitors the entire world situation. It is a dashboard-driven situation that allows them to sense what's happening and to plan accordingly. The Commonwealth and food security time has come. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm pleased to present my colleagues who are going to present the dashboard.
In this first dashboard, you'll see 3 maps. All 3 of these maps have a range of 2012 to 2017. The top map shows the percent change in SNAP redemption per SNAP authorized store in each county. The middle map shows percent change in SNAP issuance per household, meaning as this number increases, more SNAP was issued to each household. This data is also by county. And finally, the bottom map shows the percent change in total SNAP authorized stores in each county. For each of these maps, the blue color shows a decrease and yellow shows an increase. As Professor Berlin explained, the point of this dashboard isn't to solve any distinct problems, but to create an avenue to help solve problems. Looking at a few counties, we can see some interesting insights. First, we'll look at Augusta County. We see that as SNAP issuance was increased, there was actually a decrease in the total number of SNAP authorized stores and a decrease in SNAP redemption per those SNAP authorized stores over the time frame. This is interesting because you'd expect both of these numbers to increase. Additionally, we look at King and Queen County, where there was a small increase in SNAP issuance over the time frame, but a very large increase in the number of SNAP authorized stores. What this data tells us is, could there be increased efficiencies in where SNAP stores, like where SNAP authorized stores are placed? And it begs a number of different hypotheses to also be considered. The second dashboard we look at is comprised of 2 maps, one being SNAP issuance per household by county, and the second being pounds of food distributed per household by county by food banks. We see that this data can be run across a time frame. And again, it's another useful insight that this dashboard would provide that would give end users multiple avenues to explore how better they could use resources. So for example, Taylor with the food fridges could use this to determine what would be the area for her best, like for her next fridge to be best placed. Additionally, this shows us that there's some data missing and there's valuable information that could be gotten, and that more resources need to be put forth to explore that data. Finally, the last dashboard we look at is comprised of 2 maps. Percent change in access to the grocery store across 2010 to 2015, and percent change in the number of fast food restaurants from 2011 to 2016. We see that these 2 items might not be correlated perfectly, but there is some interesting insight as we look at grocery store access increasing in Buckingham County. We see that there's also an increase in the fast food restaurants, and this is the same in multiple states. Additionally, we see with lower access to grocery stores, there's also a decrease in fast food restaurants. So what this dashboard would provide is, again, additional avenues to create hypotheses, to generate ideas to better serve the community in Virginia.
Before we conclude, we'd like to emphasize that what we've shown here is just a very small sample of the insights and value that a dashboard like this can provide. For instance, maybe the access to grocery stores that we're looking at here, maybe it can be better explained by the general health of small businesses across the state. Once we get a data set with that information, we can easily substitute that in here instead of the fast food restaurants that we're visualizing.
Visualization can sometimes tell us
also,
where we have
we
missing data and where we might
you can also see
to
that
improve our data collection processes.
And the concept, a powerful concept, which can change the way we interact together to solve all aspects of the food crisis and the similar crises. It puts together the teams from the users and recipients all the way to the governor. When we put this team together, we called it Mason Hope for that reason, because this is an issue that is of all importance to all of us. At George Mason University, there's a building that was designed as a Mason Inn and now is used as a special dormitory for students from around the world. For that building, a special carpet was created that had in it embedded the Virginia Declaration of Rights that was designed and presented by George Mason as the beginning of what became the Bill of Rights, the Constitution. As we look at this dashboard opportunity and we think of those rights, what we're thinking about is how we all as a Commonwealth can look to the future, work together, secure and collaborate to solve critical problems that affect us all and enrich us all. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a privilege to participate in the Datathon.